I knew my mother had chosen the center table on purpose. She liked rooms where people could see her. She liked control that looked effortless. The restaurant was warm with low amber lighting, polished glass, and the kind of quiet that makes every laugh travel. I had arranged the reservation myself through my company's hospitality department, though no one at the table knew that. When she invited me, she'd called it a family celebration. I agreed because I was still trying, in small stubborn ways, to belong. We had just finished appetizers when she tapped her fork against her wine glass. "Before we continue," she said brightly, smiling at the others, "Annabel, go find another table. This one's for family, not adopted girls." The words were light, playful, almost. The laughter followed quickly, not cruel, just cooperative. My uncle smirked. My cousin looked down at his plate. No one challenged her. I felt the heat rise in my chest and then settle. This wasn't new, it was ritual, a reminder disguised as humor. I lifted my water glass, took a slow sip, and set it down carefully. "I'm fine here," I said, calm enough that it barely disrupted the air. She shrugged as if it had been a harmless joke. Conversation resumed, though something invisible had been reinforced. My position had been clarified. Through dinner, the comments continued, small references to gratitude, to being lucky, to how difficult I had been growing up. My mother told stories that bent facts just enough to paint me as dramatic, expensive, sensitive. The table listened the way people do when they don't want conflict. I didn't argue. I didn't correct her. I watched. When the bill arrived, she didn't even glance at it before sliding it toward me. "Since you insisted on staying," she said lightly, "you can take care of this. Consider it your contribution." There was a soft ripple of approval around the table. I opened the folder. 270. The number itself wasn't the point. The gesture was. It was about demonstrating that I could be tolerated as long as I paid for the privilege. I smiled, small and polite. "Of course." I placed my card inside and handed it to the server. No one offered to split it. No one objected. My mother leaned back in her chair, satisfied. I could feel them waiting for something: anger, tears, a scene. Something to confirm their version of me. Instead, I folded my napkin neatly and waited. When the server returned, he placed the folder in front of me, but kept his hand resting on it. "Just a moment, please," he said, his voice clear enough for the entire table. The restaurant manager stepped forward beside him. "I apologize for the misunderstanding," she said. "This dinner was prepaid under Ms. Annabel Hart's corporate hospitality account 2 weeks ago. There is no outstanding balance." Silence settled instantly. My mother blinked. "Prepaid?" "Yes," the manager replied. The reservation was made as a hosted engagement. I felt every pair of eyes shift toward me. "I thought it would be easier this way," I said gently. "Less confusion." The manager offered a professional nod and stepped back. The authority in the moment wasn't dramatic. It was procedural, documented, clear. My mother's expression tightened as realization moved through her. Her company had been negotiating a potential partnership with my firm for months. She hadn't known which executive was overseeing the review. I was. No one laughed now. I stood, slipping on my coat. "I'll have my assistant coordinate next week's follow-up," I added, my voice even. "We can discuss projections formally." My uncle cleared his throat. My cousin suddenly found the tablecloth fascinating. My mother opened her mouth, then closed it again. For once, she had no line prepared. I didn't wait for apology. I didn't ask for one. Outside, the night air felt cooler than I expected. My hands were steady. My chest still carried the dull H of what had been said, but it no longer felt defining. For years I had tried to earn my place by absorbing humiliation quietly. Tonight, I hadn't absorbed it. I hadn't retaliated either. I had simply allowed the truth to surface in its own time. Power hadn't shifted with shouting or spectacle. It had shifted with documentation and patience. I realized as I walked to my car that dignity isn't reclaimed through revenge. It's reclaimed the moment you understand you no longer need permission to belong.